to appreciate the concept of circular economy, it's good to understand the linear economy, which is what we currently operate in. So basically it means that we bring fuel out of the ground and then we use that, we burn that to mine materials or to create materials to mine minerals, and then we use that to create products. And then, of course, we take more resources to package them, and then we use more energy to ship them. And then eventually you have a product in your hand, and then at a certain point, that product is no longer useful. We basically dig a hole and bury it. So it's a very linear concept, because then this whole process has to start from the beginning again. We have to take more energy, we have to mine more minerals and make more materials. And the thing is that we live on a finite planet. There's not an infinite amount of resources available. There's not infinite amount of fuel. There's not infinite amount of those elements that we need in those products. And so what we're doing with this linear economy, when we're putting all these things into landfill, first of all, we're taking precious resources and we're making them no longer usable for anything. So now they're not in a form that we can do anything with anymore. And the second thing is that we've concentrated them in such a way that now they're harmful to the environment. And so they're sitting in that landfill, they're leaching, they're doing whatever, they're damaging that soil. And so the linear economy, it's not the way nature does anything. So in natural systems, everything is circular, so any waste product, it's an input for another process. So whether it's the leaves from the tree or animal waste, whatever it is, it feeds back into the system and you have this continual cycle. So the concept of the circular economy, it's basically that same concept, but we look at it in two ways. We say we have the biological cycle, which is basically the natural cycle. So from a product perspective, you could say if you have an organic cotton t-shirt or something, yes, you've used energy and you've done things to produce that, but at the end of the life of that, maybe then it's a duster for a little while to extend its life, and then it goes into the compost bin, it rots down, and it's back into that biological cycle. And then we have the technological cycle, so that's your general consumer product, say a washing machine. So you use that for a certain amount of time and you want to be able to repair that and maybe upgrade it, and so you want to have that connection with the original maker of that product so that you can extend its life as long as possible, and then potentially maybe it can be refurbished at some point. But then the most important thing, when it finally does come to the end of its life, and we want this life to be as long as possible because there's so much energy and resource in that, we want to keep it there. But then at the very end, then we can disassemble that and we can use those components as inputs, we can melt them down, whatever, into new products. And so we have that loop.